everybody. Welcome to Andorks, the podcast where every week we analyze and scrutinize the Star Wars series Andor, 7 minutes at a time. I'm Alex Wallenett.
And I'm Rusteen Honardoost.
We have friends everywhere, and today we are joined by our friend, multi-hyphenate, Burbank-based organizer, and the recent DSA endorsed candidate for Burbank City Council, punk musician with the band Countless Thousands, and senior housing policy specialist in the Accountability and Enforcement Unit for the State of California's Department of Housing and Community Development, Mike Van Gorder.
Yay!
Yay!
You nailed it. I love titles. I love titles. Thanks for having me.
Multi-hyphenate.
Yeah.
You definitely have the record now for the longest titles of any Andorks guest.
Can we add Andorks completionist? Because
Yeah.
I think I'm also. I can't speak for everyone else, but I definitely listened to every episode of this podcast.
I'm sorry.
In addition to, no, seriously, I drive a lot as part of one of my many jobs, and y'all have been constant companions. It's very comforting.
Thank you.
That's so sweet of you to say.
Your text in the mail.
Yeah, but also I love Andor so much, you guys. It's my favorite. It's my favorite thing. Like the title of the show is just so perfect because I'm a dork. Although, actually, hang on. I was thinking about this recently. I think there's a pretty stark distinction between a nerd and a dork.
Yeah.
Right? I have a lot of pride in being a nerd because,
Nerds are not smart.
Well, no, nerds are, absolutely.
Nerds are smart, dorks are not smart.
Okay, the way I've written it down here, and I've wrote it down, nerd is a badge of honor that stems from interests and passions. Dork is, by contrast, a performance. It is a bootlicky show. I'm suspicious of people who identify as cool. I think cool is something that somebody else has to judge you as. But like when I'm arguing with MAGA idiots on Instagram or whatever, I just you're a dork.
Mm-hmm.
You're just a dork. Like all this you should just follow the rules and you'd been fine. And if the people come illegally, no, you're a dork. You're a dork.
Dork is a pejorative,
Mm-hmm.
is absolutely true.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it worked a lot better as a portmanteau with the word Andor
That's true.
than
Yeah.
nerd does.
Right.
We tried.
And using the term nerd as a podcast name, there's a lot of salted earth on that one. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Other people got to that one first.
No, it feels like there should be a dichotomy of in Yiddish, there's a schlemiel and schlemazel.
Mm-hmm.
Have I talked about this before?
No.
Oh. So
it
there's
down.
schlemiel and schlemazel, and the definition is that the schlemiel spills his soup, it falls on the schlemazel.
Mm-hmm.
That is the distinction between those two idiots. It's like one who spills the soup and then who's the unlucky klutz who gets spilled on.
Right.
And that is the...
But they both hail from Köln.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
You'll get it.
I believe you.
We will not talk about...
Shout out to all the fellow Jews.
We've been talking about Fiddler on the Roof for too many episodes in a row.
Okay. We're talking about my punk band just for a moment there. I have a song called Laser Wolf. It's about...
Oh, hell yeah.
Laser Wolf, the butcher of Anatevka. It's a heavy metal song. Some reviewer in Australia called it shtetl metal, and I've never.
Oh, hell yeah, that rules.
Yeah.
Do you spell it like the name or like the...
Lazar?
Okay, not like a wolf with laser eyes.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Yeah. When I got bar mitzvah, my 40th birthday, I finally had a bar mitzvah.
Mazel.
Thank you. Cheers. The name I chose, my Hebrew name is Laser, because it's just too cool.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
Aharon Naftali is not really anything.
If you named a Star Wars character Laser Wolf, would people think it's cliche, or would it work as a
They
Star
don't
Wars
say
name?
lasers, they say blasters.
But that's why it might work as
Yeah.
a name, though.
We'll get to a character name on this episode.
Yeah.
Who was a real incredible choice, but we'll get there in a moment.
I think if there was a Laser Wolf in Star Wars, he'd have to be like the werewolf alien, and his name would be Laser.
Yeah.
That's my pitch.
Or that's the beast that's eating all those poor Maya Pang folks on. Yeah, hey, it's Yavin,
laser pool.
guys.
Also, it was like WHULFF. People would let it go.
That's Wolf Yularen.
Yeah, so to your point, yeah, they let it go.
His name. What if his middle name was Laser?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, who's Wolf Yularen?
Who is that?
God damn it! He's the guy from Clone Wars who was in the last episode.
Yeah, sorry, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I learned nothing.
I really thought I was teaching Alex about all these glup shittos, and they're just going in one ear and out the other.
It's hard to maintain. There's a lot of extra characters building out these many worlds Yeah, it's hard to lock him down.
Well, that's why Alex needs to do his homework that I sent him. Memorize the names of all these characters.
We have to decide whether it's Glup Shitos or Glup Shito. I think it should be
with
like
a B or a P at the end. Ooh,
Glup.
Glup.
Yeah.
No, my question is, it's like Surgeons General. Should it be Glup's Shito?
No. It's his name. It's like the name of the
Yeah,
species.
but when it's a concept, it's
Sure,
the Glup
sure.
Shito.
And for our for better context, is there actually a Star Wars character named?
No, it's a Tumblr post.
Thank you. Okay, I sorry, I missed most of Tumblr.
If
I was also not Tumblr. I was a LiveJournal kid, but it was it made its way to Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was melodramatic.com. I'm 2002, baby. 2003.
Yeah, I had a Tumblr, but I was not an active Tumblr user. Luckily,
Billy Pilgrim.livejournal.com. That was mine. Vonnegut reference. not my name is Billy nor Pilgrim.
I wish I could say that someone could like sneak Glup Shido in there, but I feel like Lucasfilm knows every possible way you could sneak that in as somebody's name.
Maybe if it's like CH at the beginning, Glup Shido, but it's pronounced if you do it real fast. Yeah.
Well, first you got to get a character named Glup.
Mm-hmm.
Then you introduce another character whose last name is Chido, and then
they get married.
All
right. Okay.
Anyway, I was like, Rusteen, do I need to bleep out the name of my LiveJournal? And I checked it, and I completely nuked it, except for on the profile. My blog just had its 22nd birthday.
Hey, Mazel Tov. Take it for
my
summer
child.
My LiveJournal can drink.
We're all a lot
But it
older
can't
than
rent
we
a
wanna
car.
be.
Your LiveJournal is about as old as Cassian Andor is.
Exactly,
In
yes.
season 1 of Andor.
And the age is showing.
Mike, you've touched on it very briefly, but can you tell us a bit about your history with Star Wars and how did you come to become an Andork?
Instead of having a personality, I liked Star Wars as a child.
We can't relate.
Yeah, I can't relate
and
to that at all.
It's like not in athletic. I came to athleticism fairly recently in my adulthood.
Last week?
No, 15 years or so. Avid boxer, avid cyclist, former mixed martial artist. But there was a time where, not too good. I was in Little League, failed, at that, basketball, everything we tried. It just, I ended up falling more often than not.
Phaseball.
Phaseball, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Blernsball. And, at that point, you had three things. You had Legos, you had Nintendo, and you had Star Wars. Mm-hmm. And if you, like the two other weird kids in class, we gravitated towards each other. And then we'd, do the sleepover thing where we would just watch all three Star Wars movies in a row. And, you get the plastic lightsabers, the power of the Force, the Kenner. Like I brought my poor beat up X-wing here from 1995, give or take.
I should take a photo for the Instagram roundup afterwards.
I loved it so much, but I think the most formative thing for me for my love of Star Wars was the MS-DOS X-wing video game. It's so good. I feel like that game was better. Like the sound was crap, but it was so much fun. And my parents put our family computer in my room. It's like, well, Mike's a dweeb. Let's give him access to all the technology. What could go wrong? And yeah, I would just spend so much time playing X-Wing, so eventually, like when we went to Disneyland and there was like the Star Tours. Oh man, that was so amazing.
So I'm having like a Proust Madeline's happening right now with a thing I would not have remembered. Star Wars Yoda Stories was the game I played on my computer. Where it was like a top-down like view of like Luke walking around Dagobah.
Yeah, and it just sort of like randomly generated little tasks for you to do.
I have not thought of this literally probably since 1994, whenever this came out.
Never heard of this.
Oh, dude,
game.
they
cranked these things out.
They slapped that IP on whatever worked, and there were some genuine masterpieces in that, like Shadows of the Empire on N64.
Yeah, that was the one I played.
The first example of honest geometry in gaming, where that spaceport, you get in the elevator and you go all the way up, but you can also, if you're far away, you can see the whole elevator in the distance. It's like, oh, you're not creating a space that doesn't exist. Your whatever, the video game theories.
So PC reception of Yoda stories was received poorly. Robert Coffrey of Computer Gaming World derided the game as, quote, really bad.
Okay. But if you're 9, who cares? It's got Star Wars in it.
Quote, really bad.
Like the Game Boy version of Yoda stories received more negative reviews.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I haven't thought about Yoda stories in forever. I mean, there was also like the original NES games that I'm like, in retrospect, were also probably pretty terrible. I remember the Empire Strikes Back NES game, that was all crap. Eventually, like the Super Star Wars, the Super Nintendo games were pretty cool. But when like the computer games, like Dark Forces, oh, so good. You know, X-Wing, just start to finish a banger. You know, like a You got to be the pilot that blew up the Death Star.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you in the cockpit. So cool. So eventually, like when the prequels came out, I was still young enough that it's like, all right, it's more Star Wars. How could you go wrong? Like, it's different. But that's a boy, and I'm 2. This point was a boy, and I was like, okay. I mean, he's a little annoying, but all right. He says yippee, and now this is. But the pod racing, pod racing's genuinely cool, as was the N64 game. And then it just kept going. The prequels, and you know, they just sort of drains the life out of. It's like the thing that you like. Yeah, sorry, it's getting it. Maybe it always was kind of it's good filmmaking. They're good. A New Hope, Empire, Return of the Jedi, excellent filmmaking across the board. Prequels, starting to phone it in a little bit, you guys.
Lucas just loved his technology so much and
hated George W. Bush so much.
And he hated George W. Bush, and you have to respect it at some level.
Yeah, I think
people have done worse with their blank checks besides.
Yeah. It is funny, though, how, like, when we get to the sequel era, like, how caught off guard everyone was that, like, oh, people are going to be annoying about how much they don't like a Star Wars movie. Like, we really should have seen it coming thinking about the prequels. I think The Force Awakens was universally, like, accepted enough that we thought this was going to be different, and then they just ran straight into the wall after that.
Yeah, like, all right, we're getting into sequels territory. Like, I missed, I didn't have cable, so I missed most of, like, the Clone Wars cartoons, like, anything worthwhile that was on cable. Like, I totally missed it, all the Nickelodeon stuff. And then Force Awakens comes out. It's like, okay, this is cool, giving me that old feeling. And a lot of people were deriding it at the time of like, it's just the same movie. But again, it's like, okay, but like, you know, Rey's kind of an interesting character. Poe's pretty dope. Finn's pretty dope. There's some cool stuff going on there. And then, of course, The Last Jedi is created. It's like, all right, you know what? And all that stuff about Star Wars, you know, A New Hope, where it's like, okay, a random kid in the desert, rises on it, he blows up the Death Star. He saves the galaxy, you know, by trusting his instincts. Let go, Luke, and he did, and he saved the galaxy. And like Broom Kid at the end, man, like anyone can matter in the Star Wars universe. And I was like, I love that. I love it so much because I hate like upon review, like the Jedi kind of bother me a lot.
Yeah,
you know,
there's a lot of problems with the Jedi.
There's a lot of Jedi.
I think ACAB includes Jedi.
Yeah.
Yes, all cops are blueberries.
What if the UN was a religion and also it sucked?
Yeah. That's so well put. I'm gonna take that with me. Thank you. But yeah, they failed. The Jedi absolutely failed at what they were trying to do. You know, be a peacekeeping force in the galaxy. They were wiped out. All the younglings murdered by one of their own. Can you even believe it? And then Last Jedi comes along and say, hey, you know what? Anyone can matter in this world. And you know what? That's where the movies ended. I don't know if you guys know this.
Yeah, it's the last one.
That's the last one. The Last Jedi, the last movie.
Yeah.
And I may not be alone in this, but I completely avoided the Rise of Skywalker. I was like, I'm good. Thanks, Rian Johnson. You've given me what I needed from Star Wars. I'm good. Like, Mandalorian was pretty cool. I like what they're kind of doing. It's something a little new, original, sort of Western. They didn't take a whole lot of risks with the Mandalorian. But there was a lot of chaff for a little while, and then Andor.
So did you watch all the Disney Plus shows, or did you poke in and out? It seems like maybe you did.
Yeah, no, I did the first 2 seasons of Mando. Loved it. Loved that theme song. Like, it's one of the songs that when I'm just like working on in the yard or sort of not paying attention to myself, I'll catch myself humming. It's wonderful. But Obi-Wan I skipped. The Acolyte, I skipped. There's the Star Wars Visions show.
Yeah.
Which the Duel is for a while. Like, the Duel was my favorite Star Wars thing. If you haven't watched Star Wars Visions, look up the Duel. It's like season 1, episode 1, and then it's a Kurosawa film if you put it in Japanese and do English subtitles.
Which is how I watch like all of them.
Yeah.
It's way better.
That's how I watch all the
That's
movies.
my pro
Yeah. Yeah, but that was so good. I was like, this is new. It's original. It's thrilling. You can have interesting, like, sort of genre bendy type things in the Star Wars universe. But yeah, like I skipped most of the rest of it because a lot of it seems kind of fan servicey and kind of fluff.
Did you watch the Wallace and Gromit Visions?
No.
The Studio Aardman did one of the episodes of Star Wars Visions, and it's hilarious.
And
it's a racing episode too.
Okay.
I don't think they're in pod racers. I think they're racing something else, but it's
Is it claymation?
Funny. Yeah. Oh yeah. So there you go.
Okay.
One more thing for you to dip your toes into.
I mean, Disney's acquisition was basically like, all right, let's literally try every format of every possible thing. People love this IP. Like, let's see what we can make out of it. And I as a self-professed nerd, someone that's really clung on to, the stuff that I love from when I was a kid, finding Andor was like somebody sitting me down in a really comfortable couch, handing me a perfectly poured like a scotch, and just looking me in the eyes and saying, "I get it. I get you, Mike. This is for you, special." I'm 40 years old now. I've carried all of this stuff with me. And you look out into the world, and George W. Bush isn't the same kind of problem that he used to be. But the problems remain. And then you've got this beautiful epic of what if ordinary people were what mattered in the Star Wars universe. And you're not magic and not wizards and not one, line of one bloodline.
One very special family.
Very special. I'm so glad that none of the core characters appear in. Because that's when I punched out. Yeah, true. But that's when I punched out a Mandalorian. It's like, spoiler alert for the Mandalorian, Luke shows up. It's like, oh, okay. Okay, I guess fan service is back. Like the backtrack with the Rise of Skywalker, it's of Disney apologizing for The Last Jedi to the fans that were just insufferable about Luke shouldn't. Luke's amazing. He shouldn't die. Why would he give up like that? Like, no. How about you tell an interesting story instead of just bringing it back to the 9 people that matter? I could talk about Star Wars for a while.
Well, on the subject of the opposite of the 9 people who matter, who in honor of the late great Mark Maron, who are your glup shittos, Mike?
Glups shitto.
Glups shitto.
It's like Surgeons General.
Yeah, in internal pluralization, I harass my wife with internal pluralizations.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I came in with two. Like one, the mouse droid. You gotta love a mouse
Great
droid.
pick.
Yeah,
Hell
it's
yeah.
like it's a. He shows up in our segment.
Yeah.
He shows up in our segment, and I was like, "Ooh, all we need is that one little little musical note." You can also shoot him in Dark Forces. That's always kind of satisfying. But I don't know. Like up until Mandalorian, I always loved IG-88. I always thought this is just so cool, and I really loved what Taika did with IG-88 in The Mandalorian, just like a heavy, clanking automaton of doom. Like, oh, it's really efficient. Like that silly-looking background character actually stomps massive ass if you put a blaster in its hand and objective in its head.
Getting the IG-88 Grogu or not will make Rey do it again.
And then he nurses. Then he nurses both powers.
Oh, that was my favorite thing of all time.
Yeah, when he does the mech. When he turns IG-88 into a mech. I was thinking the Evangelion joke.
The reason I was delayed was because I wanted to confirm this. He is not IG-88. He's IG-11.
In The Mandalorian?
Yeah, in The Mandalorian. It's a different
choose to believe otherwise.
Which is why I was distracted.
Why would a company make murder droids?
Because
answer that, Boston Dynamics.
Yeah, that fucking when Grogu piloted the IG
Baby
mech,
Yoda, please.
I got so mad when they destroyed it at the end of the season. I was
What
like, this
season?
should be.
I've missed
this was
this.
season 3.
Okay, I think I'm.
Which is
happy I
not
missed
my
that.
favorite season of that show, and I was ready to write it all off and be like, I'm so done with all this fan service, and then they put baby Yoda in his little mech with his little booster seat, and he gets a little button and he can say yes and no, and that's it. It was beautiful stuff. I saw a very lovingly rendered model of Baby Yoda in his IG mech that cost $100, and it was sold out.
Oh, sorry.
And I've never been more
before
sad.
our fans email us, Baby Grogu rode IG-12, not 88.
Fuck off.
11, 12, or 88?
It was, the remains were rebuilt as 12, so it's the same droid, but they added because it was a new iteration.
You know, given the
which
current,
is not how I think naming a droid should work, personally.
In retrospect, 88 may not be the number that I would choose. Given current cultural tensions in America, we think we can move past that.
Maybe that's why they didn't make him IG-88.
I think I got one more Glup Shido, and I think we're going to go a tiny bit out of sequence here, because my favorite reveal in Andor is when they're in the prison, and you hear that on program, that deep ass voice, terrifying. Like it's we will have full compliance, or we will begin. I'm sorry, I can't really do very well. Now, what the impression I can do is Ebon Moss Bacharach, but we'll get to that later. But when he's making that emergency announcement, and then it cuts to somehow he's 24, but also old, and he spins around. And it's like, oh, he's just a little twerpy. He's just a little twerp. And he's been bossing these people around and electrifying floors and killing, dozens of men as it suits them. It's like that guy, I don't know his name. That makes him a Glup Shido for me.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I have found him on Wikipedia. His name is Unidentified Narkina 5 Prison Commander.
Okay.
But one interesting fact is that he was portrayed by Martin Ware, the casting director of Andor.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry that. I hope your hair. Actually, whatever. You got a Silver Fox thing going, but it happened very soon.
A little Nathan Fielder-esque.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't hate it. Yeah, I don't hate it. And I will say, I know we've gone over time Glup Shido wise, but I got one more.
In IMDb, I just want to shout out that he's called Voice of God.
Yeah. No thanks. I also, as a kid, was deeply into the Star Wars collectible card game. Not because I ever played it. I only ever played it once because none of my friends were into playing it. But I collected the cards. And one of the cards is the Torpy Little Lieutenant. I mean, I'm kind of ashamed to say, I'm pretty sure it's Empire Strikes Back. But there's a Torpy Little Lieutenant, and his only line is, "Sir, And one of the Star Wars collectible card game cards is of that lieutenant, and there's a little bit of lore on each one of these cards to like build out the world a little bit. And the only lore with this guy is hasn't had a date in years. Sticks with you, you know? It's like, I don't want to be that twerp. I want girls to like me. So I won't be a lieutenant in the evil empire. And that's why I am where I am today.
Can I find
Yeah,
this
I'm also
card?
struggling here.
The problem is when you type in date, it
just
brings
wants
up all these like
PBY
timeline
bullshit.
stuff.
Yeah.
That's a lovely list of glup
I got him. I got him.
Shittos.
Oh, hit me.
Thank God for quotation marks. The only thing that makes Google work anymore. Lieutenant Cetius,
Okay, I believe it.
former member of the Imperial Infantry.
Yep, there he is.
Yep.
Buddy.
Yeah, specializes in boarding and taking control of enemy ships. Native of Vogel 7. Hasn't had a date in years.
Love it. Yep.
Those cards cemented a lot of facts into lore, and that should have been one of them. We were talking about
only
that
24
last
cents
week.
if you want to relive your childhood.
I do kind of want to rebuild my deck, if I'm honest.
I've had my finger hovering over the Richard Kind baseball card for days.
I'm surprised it's not already on its way here.
Well, there's like a $200 one.
Is it signed?
No, it's like the Topps trading card. Like it's like a 1 of 5
From like Stargate?
Are you
Or
talking about Bing Bong?
Yes, they just like have famous people now in the cards.
what?
Yeah, I don't.
Tight,
It's just a thing.
tight,
It's just a thing that happens now.
Wow. Silver Portrait 2025. I mean, I see one for $5.
Yeah, I'm deciding
What
how big I want to
condition
go.
is it?
Oh,
in?
this might have sold.
No, there's ones for 5. I'm just
Yeah,
deciding what
yeah.
level I want to go.
You got to get it graded and get it in the protective seal.
I gotta get signed.
You got to.
I have
But
I have
Uncle-
a graded sealed Bernie Sanders card from his famous chair shot at the inauguration.
Nice.
Yeah.
I need to get the signed by Uncle Harlow
Shout out
himself.
to Adam Todd Brown of You Don't Even Like This Podcast. Godspeed. Love you, buddy. Thank you for that card.
Is the name of the podcast You Don't Even Like This Podcast, or You Don't Like This Podcast, parenthetical Andor?
No, it's a network. You Don't Even Like This Show. There's a whole network of shows. It used to be the Unpopular Opinions Network. That's why I have so much experience being on podcasts.
That makes sense.
Shout out to Unpops. Shout out to You Don't Even Like This Show. Adam, I love you. You're beautiful.
Well, with that, should we dive into this 7 minutes of the show? We have quite a lot of characters to talk about today.
Agonizing that there's only 7 minutes at a time.
Yes, and this is a very funny 7 minutes because last week on Andor, we left Luthen as he offended Mon Mothma as he was pushing her to see the vision in his mad plan to rob the Aldhani garrison. And we return this week in the middle of their conversation to find Luthen soften his stance, sigh, and admit that they need every credit they can get their hands on, including what she can do with her new friend. And Mon puts on a brave face and tells Luthen she won't be coming home with either of his pieces this morning. And Luthen smiles and projects his voice loudly enough for Cloris to hear as he bids her farewell, promising to always be at her service. And he waves them goodbye, and as soon as Mon is back in the car, Kleya tells Luthen that she hopes she's worth it. And Luthen tells her that we'll see, won't we?
Mm-hmm.
Luthen and Mon then make one last bit of eye contact as Luthen tells himself, we can't hide forever.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think this is a scene that plays really differently, seeing how frayed Luthen and Mon's relationship becomes by the end of the show. Something we talk a lot about is like...
L'Oreal Paris, because she's worth it.
because she's worth it. But we talk a lot about how Luthen's always right, you know? And like, but if you're in Mon's position where
and when you're right, and you're always right.
But her life is falling apart in front. I'm trying to make a point. Her life's falling apart all around her, and here's Luthen pouring gasoline on the fire. It's easy, I think, for us on the outside, knowing the history of the galaxy, that like, yeah, you do have to like throw everything you can to try to stop the Empire. But if this was our lives, I think we might feel a little bit differently.
There's no way to tell Mon in that moment, like, hey, one day you're going to give me as a 10-year-old child a medal for destroying the Death Star because she does that in the X-Wing computer game.
Sorry to divert for a second, but sometimes I just quote things and don't know what I'm quoting. This was before we started recording. We were discussing something, and I just realized, you're right, and when you're right, and you're always right. It's from Spaceballs.
Okay, we save her. How do we save her?
Alex has an encyclopedic knowledge of every Spaceballs joke, is what we're learning.
For my birthday, we'll cover Spaceballs. How about that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I did bring you guys jam, but not the raspberry.
Yeah. No man would ever dare give me the raspberry.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, interrupting. Go back to Andor.
There's another moment that I love that Kleya says, I hope she's worth it. Like, the idea that, like, Kleya is skeptical of Mon.
A senator.
Yeah.
She's skeptical of a goddamn senator.
But you know that, like, she's calling Mon a lib, like, behind her back, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, you can never trust a liberal to fight a revolution.
I from the timestamps, I remember, or I thought that we'd looped in, has everyone ever made a weapon that wasn't used? The network's up. It either grows or it dies. Like that really resonated for me as an organizer.
Yeah.
You know, like in this maddening moment in our nation's history, our networks are growing. Like I've been organizing for a decade. This is the most energy I've ever seen. I've been part of organizing efforts that grew until they petered out and then they died. And then
just pulling teeth and just
It's like, all right, I will show up every single one of these meetings, and I'm going to keep this tenants union going, hell or high water, because you know, like we got to have better representation for the majority of the city that are tenants. And then you know, now in this moment, like the same moves that I was making in 2017, 2018 are getting thousands of reactions. You know, people are like, yes, I'm in. And so like, them talking about this, you know, the network's up, it grows or it dies. It's like, yeah, the network is growing, and it's never. It takes a couple watches to realize that when he's talking about the network, he's talking about the Rebel Alliance.
Yeah,
what we've eventually come to know as the Rebel Alliance. And yeah, it grew until it grew all the way, and it's all grown up now. And then that's where the story ended. And
it's really fun rewatching the show, especially after season 2, of knowing like where Kleya ends up. Like she is sort of like a background character, but I don't know if they knew she was going to be sort of the heart of the show.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, but
no.
Give me Vel and Kleya, the Assassin Chronicles. Like I need that to happen. Disney, it doesn't cost a lot. Make it real character driven. We like the character driven stuff. I
you know who doesn't like the character-driven stuff?
Disney. Yeah, that's right. Whatever. I mean,
Disney, please hire me.
Yeah, well, my wife is also trying to get a job. I mean, isn't this like one of the most successful shows that they've produced? Isn't this podcast the biggest podcast in the world?
That's absolutely true.
What if quality of product and extractions of profit are two completely different things that have no effect on each other?
Go on.
We're about to find out when the entire... by the time this comes out and the AI bubble has finally burst and we don't have enough money to host this podcast anymore because it takes 2 gigs of RAM or whatever. I found today that the cost... What I have to pull it up. Give me a second.
Okay. While you're doing that, I wrote something down that I was like, ooh, this is interesting. Earlier in the pod, you noticed the link between Leia and Leida, right? But there's Leia, Kleya, and Leida.
Yeah.
There's the triangle, and they've all got there's three qualities that they sort of pass.
Yeah.
Princess Leia is hardcore, and she comes from wealth. Kleya is hardcore. She does not come from wealth. Leida comes from wealth and is a wuss. Like she is a like revanchist, let's go back in time kind of thing. It's just such a really interesting thing of like these 3 women all choosing completely different paths That's it. Sorry.
It's like you could chart every female character in Star Wars along that axis, that triangle. Also worth noting, they're all brunettes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Luke was a blonde, so you gotta move away from that. Some of my best friends are brunettes.
I'm not anti-brunette.
Okay, good. Hey, you know who else is an anti-brunette? The Star Wars universe.
It's true.
I can't find the number now, so cut this whole thing out. It's,
Okay.
it's just like it was almost like the price of a PS5 now is like $400 under market of what the contents of inside it are.
Wow.
Like the cost of the RAM within the PS5 has become so rare that the PS5 is like $400 actually under market.
Cool.
We're boned.
Normal economy.
Yeah.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
Any final thoughts on this Mon and Luthen scene where you're only getting a little sliver of it?
Yeah, I mean, look, Andor's my favorite thing, and this is maybe my fourth or fifth rewatch all the way because I find comfort in like, oh, it's just so good. Like I have a favorite book, I reread it or I listen to the audiobook on a regular. You know, you revisit your favorites, mostly because as a parent, I can't really spend a whole lot of me time to discover new things. But yeah, I watched the whole scene, and I know it breaks the format a little bit, but I did watch the whole scene.
You can watch as much of the show as you want, but we're only talking about these 7 minutes.
I mean, I think that Luthen's willingness to sacrifice completely innocent people to make a political point is pretty gross. And there's some analogs in our own world, which I find pretty reprehensible. You look at Star Wars and you see, bad guys and good guys. And I'm trying to bring my daughters up to know, like, there's no such thing as good guys and bad guys. Mm-hmm. I don't want them to think that they can boil the world down, and that there's no shades of gray. And I mean, they might as well subtitle this show Andor ... Shades of Gray. Like even the principal character murders someone in the beginning moments of the movie that he comes from, and you got Luthen, who's he's a warmonger on a galactic scale.
Yeah,
he's just trying to make people pay attention to a war that's basically already happened. The Empire has already committed, has already had that war. It's just they've sort of disconnected each area from one another so that each little region doesn't, like the impact on that region doesn't affect others. Mm-hmm. I think like that's the initial genius of the Empire, is sealing other people away from the hardship on distant planets and whatnot. And, Luthen's whole thing is like, what if we just yank that back and show everybody the horror all at the same time?
So you don't support propaganda of the deed?
What?
Propaganda of the deed is basically the anarchist belief that like killing or doing a violent revolutionary act, if it can incite revolution, is worth the cost. Like a lot of like political, it was very big in like the late 19th century of like anarchists, like when they bombed the LA Times building, that was like propaganda of the deed of who was it? Czolgosz? Who was the guy who killed the assassin who talked about it? Oh my God.
Didn't he kill McKinley, the person whose hat I'm wearing? Because my daughter goes to McKinley Elementary in Burbank, California.
For someone who knows like the Assassin's musical by heart, I can't believe I'm not playing it right now.
One of the best musicals of all time.
Yes. Czolgosz, working man. Yes, no, it's Czolgosz propaganda of the deed.
Big Bill, give him a thrill.
Sorry, Rusteen.
My first job was on a musical when I was 15. I come from musicals, went to musical theater, high school, Orange County High School of the Arts. Again, nerd. Star Wars.
Don't worry, you're on this show. Everybody knows you're a nerd. It comes with the territory. As soon as you walk in, you get labeled with the nerd stamp.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. But propaganda of the deed, I don't know. I'm a politician.
Yes, a politician. You should not support it.
I'm a politician. Yeah, I recognize that. It's like, was that Veep? My favorite line in Veep is like right after, Ben Cafferty threatens someone, and Gary Cole's character walks up and says, "Well, I don't agree with that statement. but I do acknowledge it.
No, I guess like Luigi would be the most modern example of propaganda of the deed, of doing this is meant to foster more revolution. That would be the...
I'm sorry, I heard
Allegedly.
Luigi, not Luigi.
Luigi, sorry.
Yeah, Luigi. Yeah,
Luigi.
Look, I'm a Luigi.
I'm a Luigi.
Number one. Again, Nintendo 64. Nerd. No, like, I mean, movements that persist are ones that have roots in nonviolence, you know? And the current moment that we're seeing it, like the great moments are non-violent. I mean, we had in LA in summer of last year, we had our version of Tank Man, like jumping out in front of the SUVs, pushing on that on the front of that, like the front of that SUV, just hopping backwards as they accelerate through him. You know, like just astounding. You know, I was at the Metro Detention Center in June when the LAPD way overreacted and used way too much violence. And, you know, I saw people who had been shot in the side with tear gas canisters that are intended to be shot at the ground. You know, like they talk about, these officers don't have enough training. They have enough training. They don't acknowledge their training more often than not. You know, like, but that crowd, nonviolent. You know, like the right wing loves to say, "Oh, the violent lefts," and you know, so much for the tolerant left, and they have this fantasy of riots happening. You know, because they see the image of the 5 burned up Waymos. It's like, oh, that must be the whole city, but it wasn't. Yeah, I acknowledge the propaganda of the deed, but I, as an institutionalist, you know, I believe in the inside-outside theory of change, you know, and I want to be a change agent from whatever degree that I can possibly be.
Yeah, they just see a few burned mouse droids and they go, "What's happening?"
Yeah, what happened? Yeah.
Shall we continue as we fly by what looks like Space Chrysler Building?
Yes. Let's.
Yeah, so we go cross Midtown to find our favorite little brown suited boy in a Sunday vest as Cyril Karn tours the Bureau of Standards on his first day of work. Rows and rows of, I counted it out, they are not cubicles, they are octagonals.
And I do want to give Edie some credit because she did tell Cyril this brown suit is going to stand out, and he is like a fucking neon sign in there. Like, it's so gray, and yet his brown may as well like put a spotlight on him.
If he wore the suit when Star Wars A New Hope came out, it would not faze you.
Oh yeah,
it's a real late 70s suit, but it does not work now.
He had it tailored. He looks good.
I mean, he looks good in it. He looks too good.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem.
Yeah, no, I love that whole scene because it's just the guy being like, we try not to care about anything. And all these people dead inside, they don't care. Talk to Eddie, lifetime employee, which is itself kind of a threat. You know, like, hey, you could be here
I don't
forever.
know. I think that's a pitch. I mean, we'll get into it.
Also, everyone in those offices are like those freaks who have the split ergonomic keyboards where like one is on the left side and one on the right side and their screens are also split down the middle.
How many monitors are we talking about?
Presumably,
it looks like a tube monitor.
A tube, but they're split between there's like a gap between the two screens. I don't know why.
That sounds annoying, honestly. I have 2 screens, but I turned the second one off. I love working from home, you guys.
Why would you turn it off?
So that I can focus on the one. I'm very distractible.
Yes. As Cyril is led along by, we alluded to this earlier in the episode, Supervisor Flob.
I could not believe that. I was looking for this character so hard, and I could not find him, and I just assumed that we wouldn't get to figure out his name.
Nope.
And Alex,
I need you to spell that for me.
Flob.
I could do with more B's.
He is a Flob.
Yeah, it's not clear if Flob is his first name or last name, nor he could be a mononymic name. Maybe he's only Flob. He has no first name, last name. He's the man formerly known as Flob.
Yes, Flob was a human male who worked in bureaucratic record keeping at the Imperial Bureau of Standards.
Mm-hmm.
And he is played by Alex Blake, and he does a great job.
Yeah.
Well done, Alex.
One of those great, like, you know, it's funny because he says that, you know, there's no small jobs at the Bureau of Standards. And this is also an example how there's no small parts in a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
This is such
when
a
you put
like
care into the TV show, yeah, everyone can matter in the Star Wars universe.
Mm-hmm.
What I can only describe as like 1970s, not just Ed Koch hair, but every mayor from a movie in the 1970s New York has the same haircut.
Yeah.
Like Ghostbusters has that haircut. The mayor in the original taking of Pelham 123, Ghostbusters, all of the mayors in that era just have that haircut of just the bald and then just like the fuzzy, frizzy party in the back.
doing its best. That hair's working overtime. And so is the man. The man himself is constantly working. All he does is work. He has no friends.
We don't know about that. I mean,
he says
his name is Flob.
Okay.
he's the life of the party.
Yes.
Weights and gauges might seem a more vibrant arena than redundancy. What universe? Like, how is that your pitch to someone that you're trying to be like, I want you to please join us, join our work effort. Or maybe that's like the self-selection thing. You got to be like, hey, by the way, we think that weights and gauges is vibrant.
I don't know.
And
I
in
think this guy
arena-
loves
Up. But yes, he says, people all think we're kidding when we say it, but it's true. There are no small jobs at the Bureau of Standards. Flob then inhales deeply, which is in the script, is parenthetical, inhales deeply, and says, I spoke with your uncle. No further comment.
Mm-hmm.
So our other mini segment, who do you imagine is Uncle Harlow?
Oh, man. I mean, it can't be Doc Brown. He's interesting and fun. I feel like Uncle Harlow is an equivalent of this guy. Like, he's just someone...
No, you got to give us an answer. It's got to be like a character actor. You got to.
Okay, an actual person.
Yeah,
okay, I'm just saying, like...
If Uncle Harlow was ever seen the show, who would you want to play Uncle Harlow?
Who would be your stunt casting?
All right. I've given this a lot of thought. You guys. My Uncle Harlow. No question, Paul F. Tompkins.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Like, because
perfect.
He can do silly, but also if you saw him on You're the Worst, he plays a complete psychopath. And the tension between the smiles and the hostility, and he laughs at every one of his own jokes, and all of his jokes are killer. And
Edie, in particular, laughs at every single one.
Every single
jokes.
joke, and Cyril looks at her like you never, like nothing I've ever done has ever. You do not approve of anything because your whole model of like masculinity and fun and success is this mustachioed jokester, and impossible to catch up to. Yeah.
No, that's good.
Excellent choice.
Joints Nathan Lane, Richard
Tompkins.
Kind, a wonderful Paul Giamatti.
Yeah.
Oh, strong. Who chose that?
I said Giamatti.
Love that. Oh yeah, he's great. The nervous energy. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Maybe it's just weights and gauges.
The way that he talks about Uncle Harlow is implying something seedy happening there. Like, yes, I spoke to him, and he also makes a reference to Uncle Harlow a little later that I think tells us we get just like such these little glimpses of this man, and I want to know so much more about him.
I think the extent of it is just like he worked late a couple of times to cover for some people. You know, like I think he has no power whatsoever. He's just a guy that everyone knows, everyone kind of likes, and so it's like, all right, yeah, whatever. I'll help out the jokester's, torpy little nephew.
I think he's like Frank Sabatka in The Wire, like he's good. You haven't seen The Wire.
I haven't seen The Wire. Sorry.
He's working at the docks and he works with the criminals and helps them, but he's doing it for the right reasons.
Union man.
Yeah, he's a good union man. Exactly.
Yeah, hey, SEIU 1000.
Frank Sabatka always makes me think of when I was watching, I think it was Mandalorian, when there's the little like Mon Calamari who has like the fisherman sweater.
Yeah.
Of like, I want to spin off that's just season 2 of The Wire about those guys. What stuff is falling off boats that they are selling for profit? Who is the Greek? Dexter Jettster. BS. Flob. I can't stop saying Flob.
Supervisor Flob? What is it?
Supervisor Flob.
Supervisor Flob. I'm like stuck in a Flob route. Mr. Everard is helping me find my gun. Flob. Okay. Leia. Flob then questions Cyril about his prior engagement on Morlana 1. Breathing heavily, Cyril explains that, quote, a rebel murderer is running free due to the corruption and laxity in the corporate authority. I was punished for trying to uphold the law, do my job, maintain public safety. Two men dead, co-workers. I believe that we have laws for a reason. I fully intend to clear my name and have my records expunged.
Flob's face as he's going on this, because like he did not ask him anything about Morlana. He literally just said the words Morlana 1. And he's just sitting there like looking down at his tablet like, oh boy, what's happening here? Just like dissociating for a second.
No. Like he knows there will be no opportunities for extraordinary service and heroism at the Bureau of Standards.
Harlow probably told him, my nephew is a little peculiar. He's a little prickly. He's a little hard to work with. And now Flob is seeing,
but he'll get
he
whatever you put in front of it. He'll get it done.
Yes.
He will get it done he'll go way out of his way to make sure it's all buttoned up and perfect.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that also he wants so badly to be rad doing it.
The reason I want to write this down and say it verbatim is because in the middle there, he kind of gets a little Trumpy. It's like perfect phone call. Nothing bad happened. It was just like...
It's like he's got this...
I was punished for trying to uphold the law.
Yeah. He's like got it
perfect
memorized.
Phone call.
Yes, perfect phone call. Do my job. Maintain public safety. Coworkers. He did not know these guys. They're not
rebel murderers running free due to corruption and laxity in the corporate authority. Again, it becomes Harvey Firestein immediately. I can't stop it.
I prefer that, if I'm honest.
Matchmaker.
Also a decent Uncle Harlow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And probably around the right age
the
for...
voice, his voice and then Edie's voice.
Yeah.
The both of them just graveling at each other.
I've got this boy named Cyril. He's a good boy. He's a good boy who's had some bad situations have happened to him. Can you do me a favor?
Are their parents then like a cliff and the sea itself?
Oh man, you've opened the door of me doing Harvey Firestein, one of the impressions I can do.
Oh dear. We're going to have to put a limit on it.
Edie, it's good to talk to you. It's been a minute, Edie. I
still got to do my skiing at some point here. I got to work it in. It's got to be natural.
Yeah.
But it's going to happen, you guys. It's so good.
And then when he says, I fully intend to clear my name and have my record expunged, Flob, clearly having been warned of how he needs to respond to this in advance, says, why don't we start that process now?
Yeah.
Probably best.
Shut up, kid.
Yes, probably best for everyone to just edit this a bit before signing you in. I'm sure your uncle would approve.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Flob.
So see, Uncle Harlow is somebody who cuts corners. He's helping grease the wheels to make stuff happen. So.
He just got a position filled. That's his contribution. Also, if we're talking about a resume, it's not cutting corners to be like, don't mention the murder thing. It doesn't make you look good.
He's taking it out of his like official record.
Official record?
Yeah.
Like it's out of his like whatever empire.
It's like off his like resume or something.
I think it's more than resume. I think it's like a rap. Like there's like a internal rap sheet.
I don't know, man. I think that might be Cyril carrying around the idea of demerits and like social demerits in his head. I think that like this guy doesn't care. Mr. Flub couldn't care. Like he's just looking at the resume. I'm so sorry, Mr. Flub.
You flubbed it.
I did, yeah. He's just looking at the resume. Whatever. You can type. You can look at a screen. You're gonna show up on time. Whatever. It doesn't matter what you did before the murder thing. I do not care. You know.
But Cyril is so locked in. He doesn't notice as a little office drone.
A little mouse droid.
Yep, a little mouse
there he
droid.
is, my special bouncy
Beep,
boy.
beep.
Drives by, almost knocking him over before they finally arrive at the octagonal, waiting for Cyril. And, fresh start, new beginnings.
Mm-hmm.
We just happen to have an immediate opening in fuel purity. I'd hate to see you miss your chance. Cyril is thrilled.
He looks at it like a prison cell.
I would too.
Which is basically what it is. And this place is doing such a good job of like it's like the worst parts of working in a cubicle and an open floor office plan at the same time.
It is quiet in that
it's
room,
like a
too.
panopticon.
Yes. It's what an 11-year-old thinks of like being an adult is like. It's like you have to like
you go to the room, the building where all the desks are.
Yeah, you just stare at things and you have to sit there for 9 hours and then leave.
Yeah, there's, if I'm remembering the scene correctly, both in this and in the field office on Gorman, there's this sort of raised platform over which the supervisors can look down at the peons. You know,
very
from
similar
their
to a
lordly
prison
perch.
we will be meeting soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it probably sucks there, but it's so quiet. It's like there's no music on the speakers. No Lord, no Feist,
no guardrails on these raised platforms.
Yeah,
you could just
so
fall and like fall
tumble
right into someone's octagonal.
right into a lifetime employee.
A mouse droid could knock you over, and you'll die.
And then you have an opening on fuel purity.
That's how the fuel purity opening happened.
No jizz music. Juzak? I don't know. Yes, we then cut to it's the Coruscant Starport, also known as the McLaren Technology Center in Woking, England. I looked it up. What?
I was trying to make a woke joke, but I couldn't think of one. We're bringing back woke.
Bringing it back woke.
You saw the Super Bowl. Woke is back,
woke
baby.
is back,
It's
baby.
woke to dark woke.
Mm-hmm.
Woke 2.0.
So a hooded Kleya exits a subway tram. Something. And continues deliberately on a route through hallways, passing by a huge crowd with, I went frame by frame, not one fucking alien. I am so mad. I was like, oh, Rusteen's not going to know this. There's an alien somewhere in the background. And we're going to have to sit down and do the first alien naming in fucking 20 episodes.
You missed an alien last week.
What?
And I didn't tell you. In the Senate. We had a Senate scene and you didn't, or it was 2 weeks ago. And you didn't catch it. You didn't catch it.
Is it too late now?
It's too late now, baby. It's too late. Listeners, you're welcome.
If you're a listener and enjoy it, please
write in because you're being outnumbered.
I think you don't like the alien bit?
I'm impartial.
Okay. That's a no. Okay.
But like, how many aliens are in the Empire and like, running the show?
No,
Coruscant
zero.
is a scorchingly racist place, I'm sure.
I think this was a B unit scene, and getting the costume makers and the alien wranglers involved.
But it works in the universe.
Made it tougher.
They can't put a fucking hood over somebody and some like little glow lights that imply that there's a face underneath. I don't accept that. It's personally against me now. But yes, she passes by no aliens and by Imperial security, and we get a very like Blade Runner shot as she walks down through the hallway.
And I mean, this felt very similar to like being in downtown when there were tanks and troops on the streets. It gave me some flashbacks to that. It's almost like we live in a fascist dystopia. Could you believe that?
It does suck, though.
I was going to say, visually, if the offices are the offices from Brazil, these are like the weird walls from Brazil. There's a similar, like, the movie, not the country. Just to clarify that.
Has any spy ever walked down any street without wearing a hood?
No, it's bad spycraft.
Yeah. I mean, we are considering Kleya a spy, right?
Yeah, this is like total like Jason Bourne shit of like passing through the crowd undetected.
I mean, it's basically like a space hoodie.
Well, I think it's a little more ceremonial, a little fancier than a space hoodie.
Yeah, but saying space hoodie was funny.
That's okay. All right, rescinded.
Yes, she continues onto a brutalist outdoor bridge into another building, which I also found is the Barbican Center, Performing Arts Center.
Oh, cool.
And finds a symbol written in chalk on the ground, which is a circle with a line through it, which they really worked hard on that one.
Well, it's just like following some hidden codes.
Yeah, she follows the line.
It's a nondescript thing that people would walk right past if they didn't know it. Luthen's always like, oh, let's bring him into the circle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, did we look up what the Arabesh means when she walks by it?
No, I didn't.
How long is that going to fucking figure out how to do? Is that even worth doing? You have to like do it backwards, right? Because it's the other side of the screen.
I will do one Google. Kleya seen Arabesh. As Kleya Marquis walks through a building on Coruscant, a sign above the entrance to a turbolift says, oh no, this must be different. Oh, I found it. As Marquis continues her walk, she walks past a holographic ad for a form of legal pep pills, reading Tasty Pizzos.
Those are Pizzos! One of the questions, one of the things I wrote down, I was like, I'm so sad we're never going to get to figure out what Pizzos are. Those are Pizzos?
It then switches to a reminder message saying, carry your chain code from the ISB. So on the one hand, you get your ad for, legal stimulants. And then on the other, you say, make sure you have your papers.
Man.
If that's not a dystopia, I don't know what is.
Also, okay, we can dispense with her last name. She only ever needs to be Kleya Marquis, like Biz Marquis. It did genuinely bother me that we never got to find out what Pizzos were. But the fact that, Cassian's fling is like, let's get Pizzos.
They're like Zins. I think they're Zins.
Was it?
Zin is it's what the kids have now. It's like the little tobacco, like it's like a tobacco thing that they suck on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Alex, I want you to know that there is a site called Arabesh. It's a fandom site.
Okay.
And it has a translation of every piece of Arabesh on screen in every Andor episode.
I believe that.
So we will always be able to know what they say in Arabesh.
Bookmark.
So anytime you see it and want to know, let me know. I'll find it.
We bookmarked it?
Yeah, I'll bookmark it.
Perfect. You know, in the X-Wing video game, MS-DOS 1995, there's a little code in the remember they used to have manuals, video game manuals, and you had to have that manual because to get into the game you'd get 3 Arabesh symbols, and then you had to put in the name of the planet. And I, for whatever reason, at some point I lost the manual, and I had to keep doing it until the one that I remembered was Kashyyyk. And do we say Kashyyyk here, or do we say Kashyyyk?
Kashyyyk.
I say Kashyyyk.
Yeah.
I've heard Patton Oswalt say Kashyyyk. I'm like, that's wrong, Patton Oswalt.
I
Fake nerd.
I was so worried when I said
Yikes.
when I said
the war you don't
when I said
want to
Orabesh, I'm like, fuck, no, that's the thing from Final Fantasy X, which is the Al Bhed. And I was like, I immediately got it wrong. I'm like, oh no, I got it right.
No, you got it right.
Yeah,
Don't
I was
worry,
like,
don't
I was
worry.
thinking of the Al Bhed.
Real nerd, you got it right.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
I'm so happy to be spending this time with you guys. Just connecting to the same model of human being. Like, boop. There
Exactly.
There's some. We got friends everywhere. So what it says on my Instagram handle these days.
The important thing to remember is that Spira's main religion, Yevon, views the Al Bhed as infidels.
Sure.
That's Final Fantasy X. What's it? There's another joke there. Final Fantasy. Give me a second. Final Fantasy X. Nope. I'm trying to think of a pun about a podcast about Final Fantasy X, 10 minutes at a time, but it's
Final 10 to see. That's the best I got.
sure. They're not all winners, folks.
Yeah, finish this one.
Yes, she follows the line in that direction, and there's also a cool reflection shot of her in the ceiling. And that's the end of that scene.
Mm-hmm. Just a little place setting scene, letting us see where Kleya's going, and where kind of tease you about where she headed.
She walks with great purpose.
Yeah,
listener, great purpose.
We can presume that there is Space Laszlo Toth, who has been working on these brutalist buildings. I think we've referenced Space Laszlo Toth before.
We sure have.
Yeah, but he will reappear.
That's Adrian Brody in The Brutalist.
Thank you. I haven't seen that one.
I could tell from the look on your face.
Yeah. I said I was a completionist of this podcast. I didn't say I internalized everything you said.
My brain is a strange place. Yes, then we cut back, staying on Coruscant, we go back to the ISB where Dedra Miro visits the data vault, watched over by attendant Felzonis.
Can I just call out how insane her pants are? They're so puffy.
Yeah.
They're pantaloons. It's insane.
There's a lot of a horizontal element to the pants.
They're not flattering at all.
What's the point of pants like that, like it makes it harder to go through doors.
Was Michael Wilkinson, the costume designer at Andor, doing a prank where every day he made it like 1/2 inch wider until they noticed?
Oh, but we're gonna stay on Imperial uniforms here because
Yes.
I don't think any human being in the history of our beautiful planet has said the word tunic with so much disdain.
Or syllables.
Yes.
Yeah.
She tells Jimmy Falzoli at ease, and yes, sir, he says.
Well, he's passed out.
Yeah,
he's honk shoeing, he's snoring in there with his feet up, and she just slams the door open. However you slam an automatic door open, that's how she does it. And he like jumps up to his feet.
Yes. If you ever wonder why fascism fails, it's because there's always this guy. Someone is always honk shoeing.
Yeah.
And the system cannot hold.
War is sleepy business.
Yeah. At ease while you're sleeping, just getting caught, taking a nap. He's so screwed.
Yes. He keeps misgendering.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Ma'am,
sir. Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Just keep saying
He
sorry.
apologizes.
Yes. And then she immediately tells him to fix his, as you said, tunic.
Oh.
There will not be any fucked up collars under Dedra Miro's watch.
Absolutely not.
Yes, sir, he says. Again, and fuck. Sorry. He doesn't say fuck. I said fuck. They had one fuck they could use, and they used it in that scene.
Yeah, on this guy.
She then requests I assume this is a lot of gibberish, but you let me know, a multi-sector data blend.
Oh, hang on. We did steamroll my favorite beginning of a conversation, which is, what is your name? Felzonis. Pleasantries over to business. There's no hello.
Yeah.
It's just, give me a basic data point about you're a human being. I'm going to register that. Okay.
When you fuck us up, I can go,
Yeah.
it was Felzonis.
It was this
I
guy.
know
Yeah.
which guy to throw a stapler at.
You
when
were a
fuck it up.
tool, and I intend to use the tool, but I'd like to know how to pick you up first.
Multi-sector data blend, the way she describes it, going back 2 years, the survey pool is Imperial naval bases and repair facilities. I want a record of all missing avionics, comm, navigation, and targeting equipment.
But what is a data blend?
So I think a data blend is capturing data from all of those places and putting them together.
It's an Excel
So
sheet.
basically, yeah, just
Excel sheet.
compiling.
Yeah,
an
why don't they just say
Excel
that? Why do they have to
sheet.
make a stupid Star Wars name for it?
They don't have
'cause
Microsoft
they don't
Excel. This was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
They don't have Clippy in the Star Wars universe, okay? It's-
Looks like you're trying to liberate the galaxy. Can I help you with that?
Just data blend feels like something they would buy for calf.
yeah.
That's my favorite calf of the day. I love that data blend.
Pair that with some Pezos. Oof.
Yeah.
You're in for a very stimulating day.
The survey pool is Imperial naval bases and repair facilities. I want a record missing of all avionics, comm, navigation, and targeting equipment.
Which star systems? Old star systems.
Yeah, is that a problem, Felzy?
He like does a comical gulp like when
brother.
And now we know why his tunic was undone. He kept pulling at his collar.
You want me to do how much work?
Yeah.
He's got this cushy do nothing job. His only coworkers are like two droids in the back corner over there who don't seem like they are
His
much
uncle's
for
really good at
conversation.
finding him a do-nothing job. Like, Uncle Harlow got him a shitty job. This guy really got placed
Uncle
in-
Harlow loves Felzy. He does not love Cyril.
Well, I love. This is the thing that Dedra's little nemesis. What's the other supervisor's name?
Blevin.
Blevin. Yeah.
Blevin.
There you go.
This is the thing that Blevins identifies as being like her stepping out of line. The way that Dedra accesses files without submitting a request
Yeah.
is to find the sleepy guy and ask the sleepy guy to keep it on the DL.
Yeah.
That is her going out. That is breaching Imperial protocol, is engage Sleepy Joe for a minute.
Because she'll do whatever it takes to win.
Which
Right.
includes talking to a guy that literally the Empire has forgotten about.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And he wants everyone to forget.
Yeah, but no, he's poor Felzonis. We'll see him again.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see him
Yeah.
again. The Empire will remember him from this point.
And then she has a little bit of a Yoda moment
Mm-hmm.
where he says, can do. And he tells her, no. She tells him, no, will do.
Yes.
There is no can. There is only do.
And I think you were joking when you said like that we're gonna see him again, but we literally do.
No, we do see him again because he does a good enough job. That they bring him in, they put him into like the little call center when everything goes awry, when Mon does her big speech. Just the show inside and out, you guys. It's my favorite thing.
Yeah, so he clearly did well enough to get a promotion to get out of here. So Dedra does, pay it forward if you do a good job.
Or maybe that's a Party Guy special. Maybe a Party Guy's just like, hey, you helped rewrite what's acceptable in the furtherance of integrated imperial security. We're gonna give you a gray tunic this time.
Yeah. We then return to Aldhani, where we find Cinta as she uncovers a speeder just in time for an Imperial Star Destroyer to fly overhead, casting a dark shadow over the scene. This feels like a mirrored of the TIE fighter scene from a few episodes ago. Just like using one ship is so much scarier than a whole fleet of them. Like seeing that, like, oh shit, like shit is about to go down on Aldhani, and now Cinta has to get out of there.
Yeah, they're here. They're here to stick around. They're gonna do some work.
Yeah, like the military is officially here. It's not just like the boring commandants anymore. And then we then return.
Well, that is the commandant.
I was gonna say it's sort of like a mirror of. I was gonna say it's a mirror of the New Hope.
Oh,
we
sure,
we
yeah.
sort of see the ship from the ship's perspective going over the planet, and now we're in the planet looking up at the ship.
But
yeah, totally.
I mean, I think that Star Destroyer is what brings the commandant to Aldhani.
Well, no, because before when the colonel shows up, it's just one of those Imperial shuttles.
Oh.
So, like before, like Aldhani is like sleepy enough that, they're just sending shuttles and stuff. They're not really sending in the fucking dreadnought,
Maybe then they're bringing that dreadnought down to planetary level so it doesn't get all messed up in the eye.
Maybe.
Could be it
well, the
too.
eye literally just happened.
Oh, yeah. Wait, did it? Hang on. Oh, yeah.
It was
Sorry.
one day
Sorry,
ago.
Announcement.
Yeah.
I've watched this show so many times.
Well,
I forget where we are.
while we're on Aldhani, you've been hinting at it for most of the episode. Is now the time?
Yes.
Oh, well,
Sorry.
I think there's a great opportunity
there's a
to
mention
do
of him
it.
later. So
Yeah, there's a
yes,
name drop of him. So yeah. Because we then return to Kleya as she arrives at the rendezvous point, and she's surprised to find Vel waiting for her. And Vel is also surprised that Luthen isn't there. And Kleya reminds her
Well, let's talk about first. Vel has a very good fit.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
We've now seen Vel in her proper element.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. Because before we've only seen Vel, sleeping on rocks and eating roots. And here she's glowed up. She's got her hair done. She's got a beautiful dress. She's looking like $1,000, $1 million bucks, $1 million.
She looks like $1,000 when she's on Aldhani.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I think this is a great little tease of this isn't what I expected of her.
She is the spoiled rich girl. From Kleya's perspective, anyways.
But Kleya also has done her makeup too. She's got some smoky red eyeshadow.
Oh, for sure. But
stuff.
they do spar a teeny tiny bit, and it's mostly over you had a comfortable upbringing, and the Empire destroyed my entire planet.
Vel is also a lib in Kleya's eyes, I think.
Yeah.
I think Kleya would probably call Luthen a lib.
I mean, yeah. There is murder, and she is like, okay, murder time. It's murder time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think you go to a lib. You don't go to a Mike Van Gorder and be like, hey, all right, now go kill this guy. It's like, oh, do I have to? I don't.
I feel like Kleya has a poster on her wall that has the capitalists will sell us the rope in which we hang them.
Uh-huh.
That's the level she's at right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's Red Theory.
A lot of buttons on the wall.
No, she's too cool for that.
No, I like.
Oh, I have lots of buttons, and Kleya's too cool for me.
I like that a lot. It's really cool.
Kleya's too cool for me because I love Kleya.
Kleya then reminds Vel that technically she shouldn't be here either, and Vel fires back that don't worry, the money's safe. And Kleya already knows this, of course, because Kleya knows everything and is perfect and has never done anything wrong. And she even congratulates Vel for her exceptional work. And Kleya lets Vel know that Luthen did read her message, and Vel repeats that she really thought Luthen would be here after all the hard work she did stealing him 80 million credits. But Kleya tells her that every loss is different and every loss is the same. I recruited Taramyn myself, Nemik, Gorn, they'll all be remembered. And Vel asks if that's all she has to say to her. And Kleya adds that Luthen had his doubts about Skeen, and now that he's dead, that's one less thing to worry about.
The axe forgets, but the tree remembers.
Very nice.
Worked it in.
Great job.
I love Ebon Moss.
Did you say cousin?
Cousin.
There you go. Yeah.
Yo.
I think there's a few interesting, like, pieces of this scene here, or at least, like, this section of the scene that, like, Kleya's revealing that, like, you know, she recruited Taramyn, and Nemik and Gorn, they'll all be remembered. And I think this line that, like, every loss is different and every loss is the same, she, like, shrugs her shoulders before she says it, of, like, this is something that, like, they've really internalized.
She's seen a lot of
yeah.
death. Before she was ever a rebel, before she was ever a spy, before she was a teenager, she saw everyone she knew get killed.
Yeah.
And then she left with one of the soldiers that was responsible for killing her entire family. So she's seen things, man. Like, I'm sure she's, like, you know, she needs people in order to exact her rebellion.
Yeah.
You know, but she can't get too close to anyone. Like, you say, like, she's too cool for you, Alex. I mean, yeah, it is true. But I think she's too cool for literally everyone on the entire galaxy. I don't think she will ever find love. I don't think she'll ever be truly happy because
if she changes her mind.
I'm sure there
take her to dinner.
There are a lot of Earthlings who'd happily.
You'd have a great dinner on Yavin 4.
But this can't be the first time that people have died in the execution of their plans.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. And Vel, with her privileged upbringing, this was her first mission.
Yeah, well, for her first mission as a leader.
Yeah. I mean, I don't get the feeling that she had gotten much hands-on experience with blasters before this. I mean, she's very good at it, but out of everyone on the crew, I don't think that she's, you know, the number one most experienced person there.
And yet she's given a leadership position.
Yeah. Maybe
What's
to make Mon.
Is that nepotism? What are we
yeah,
doing?
nepotism from Mon.
Yeah. Is the rebellion like a Nepo baby situation?
Kinda.
Well, in the movies, I guess.
Kinda. Vel then asks if they've heard from Cinta, and here Kleya gets to really hit her. She's doing what she was told. Receiving messages is just as dangerous as sending them. I want you to remember that next time. And like a good student who's gotten in trouble, Vel stops talking. And here Kleya can give her a new assignment. We've got a loose end. Cassian Andor, who you know as Clem, we need to find him. Why? Because we can't have him walking around with Luthen in his head. And Vel sarcastically asks if she wants her to kill him. And Kleya spits back, "This is what revolution looks like, Vel." And Kleya's terrifying.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
What?
That's what you may not want to
say
date
something
her.
important.
I'm not saying anything important. What is it?
This is a podcast. That doesn't happen.
Literally nothing important has ever been said on this show.
I was also looking for the moment because I could not remember his name. But yes, when she said he's got Luthen in his head, I just sort of imagined Cassian having like a little like Great Gazoo-esque Luthen talking to him. Just like it's like a Homer Simpson joke of like Luthen's in his head and there's like a little Luthen talking to him. Yeah. Sorry, it's truly dumb. You were making a very good point.
All I was gonna say is that Kleya is very scary here, and you know, on first watch,
don't talk to my ex-wife that way.
She's a scary ex-wife.
Yeah.
On first watch, you think that maybe she's like intimidating or imitating Luthen, but now we know, like, no, like Luthen is imitating her.
Luthen is perpetually catching up to Kleya's drive. In retrospect, the Rebel Alliance is a Kleya project. Like, it came out of her. think that's just so wonderful. The future is female, guys. Or I guess the long ago.
The past was female.
Yeah. In a galaxy far, far away.
Kleya then leaves Vel with her mission as Cinta goes about hers, flying down the rocky mountainside with her speeder in the dark of the night. And that is where we end this episode of Andorks.
Some Death Stranding flashback. But she gunned that mountain. I'm like, oh no, her package. She could drop the package. Dollman, talk to her, Dollman.
This scene clears the Bechdel test as well.
Yeah.
Love it.
They only talk about a man at the end of it.
I mean, he comes up, but mostly it's the, service to the Great Rebellion.
And Kleya loves Luthen. She's not in love with Luthen.
Yeah.
She is. She does love him, and she has a very specific way of showing it.
Well, they have actually talked about how, like, their relationship is a lot more fraught than we might think. That, like, I think the question of, like, does Kleya actually love Luthen is, like, one that they said, like, maybe she does kind of hate him in a lot of ways. And I think that's what she's grappling with at the end of her story.
She doesn't like him, but I think she loves him, but she does not necessarily like him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
I mean, they riff, they joke, they got their things, they clearly respect each other. And I think they do love each other. And I think they have to at least like each other a little bit. One of the notes I have in here was, how effective would the Empire be if they had just tried to like each other a little bit? Like all of the infighting, the sniping, supervisor v supervisor, all that kind of thing. If they'd just been like, you know what, let's just get lunch. A couple of them do try to get lunch together, and it's fine. Thanks for looking out for me. But like, at the end of the day, it's the Empire brings down the Empire, baby.
The boss sets the tone of the office, and Palpatine does not go out for lunch with any of his coworkers.
But if Kleya
the way of
Luthen
the
went to like just Panera a couple of times more, maybe it would have survived. Maybe the Republic would have survived.
The Pizzo lemonade at Panera was really killing people on Coruscant.
Oh yeah. All right. R.I.P. that one person.
And I think a big difference, because when I was watching this, I was curious, like, why are we getting these like Cinta shots? And I think the shots of Cinta like getting out of Aldhani basically, and I think the reason is we're trying to highlight the difference between her and Vel. That like Vel is like sarcastically talking back to Kleya, and meanwhile Cinta is like locked in on her mission. Like we see our final like image of this episode is gonna be her going down that mountainside like a fucking badass on the speeder.
It's dope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean up until the tail end of Cinta's arc, she's always putting the rebellion first.
Yeah,
it's like we take what's left. The rebellion comes first. Yeah, and she lives it. She's planet side. I mean, Vel has a job because she has to fill that role. In public, she has to be the spoiled rich girl. She needs to make appearances. She's got to do the Bruce Wayne thing.
Yeah,
to keep up appearances, so that when she disappears for a little while, discovering herself, it's like, I was just doing like a yoga retreat or whatever. But in secret, she was doing some robbery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cinta's a nobody, but that's what gives her power.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And with that image of Cinta riding away into the night, we end this episode of Andorks. Mike, thank you so much for being here.
You've got a big notebook of notes. Any notes that you did not?
Yeah, anything we didn't get to touch on? Any final thoughts before we go?
Okay, we got another thing. What are pizzos? We figured it out. Bless you for explaining B2 emo. And the power thing, it didn't occur to me that the stuttering was because he never had a doubt.
Oh yeah. Because he's an old droid.
He's
running out of memory.
Puppers. Yeah, he's our special boy, and he must be protected at all costs.
At all costs.
Yeah, in retrospect, you don't notice how far they go out of their way to acknowledge BMO's sentience and like treat him kindly as a real person.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of childlike in a lot of ways, but there's a respect there. And as a parent of very small kids, it's like, I respect that. Thank you. I don't. Yeah, please bring me back. I love this.
We'd love to have you back. Is there anything in particular you'd like to come back for?
So many things. So very many things.
I mean, one thing I'm noticing is, we're 14 minutes into this episode and Andor has not shown up yet.
Mm-hmm.
It's Andor from Andor.
Yeah. I mean, some of the best moments on the show have nothing to do with him. Like, I mean, gonna skip ahead a little bit. I tried unsuccessfully to get my wife to watch the show with me because I was like, it's good. It's like, there's some guys from Chernobyl. You'll dig it. She didn't dig it, but I showed her the backstory episode. The name's escaping me right now. As Kleya is working her way through the hospital, and it's just so good. It's all so good, and there's no Andor in that episode at all. Because everyone matters. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter who you are, and you can matter in the Star Wars universe, even if your name isn't the title of the show.
No, I think if you don't have the name of the one family, you need to take their name, actually. I'm pretty sure that's the ultimate lesson of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Well, we'd love to have you back 2 years from now when we cover that scene.
All right, yeah. Well, okay, but
I'm sure we can find an opportunity for you to come back before then.
Hit me again for let's do some Rick's Road, maybe.
Yeah,
I love that the funeral, the beginning of the funeral, like music used as a weapon, as a social weapon is it's so good. I love that whole sequence. And everything's out of tune, but it works.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we'll talk about that scene a lot when we get to it.
Rick's Road, baby.
November of this year.
Okay. If we could do late November, I am there. Early November is going to be weird for me.
Well, if folks want to find out in what way it's going to be weird for you in November, where should people follow you?
Yeah, at Van Gorder for Burbank is my Instagram. I'm very deeply involved in the Burbank Community Defense Network. It's the local anti-ICE network. It grows or it dies. It's growing. It's constantly growing. And we have very successfully interdicted, much like an interdictor cruiser, which I know what that is due to the expanded universe, which we didn't even get to. We need to talk about the books. I read all the Rogue Squadron books, baby. Loved it.
While you can talk about books, you'll find the alien from the last episode.
Okay,
I forgot
you do
about.
that. And here's and we talked about me as a kid and nerdiness. I as a child was writing my own Star Wars Rogue Squadron book.
Hell yeah.
Didn't get too far. I think I got 8 pages in, but it was a 10-year-old child, and then the computer took a dive. Anyways, present day, 40-year-old, sad man. At Van Gorder for Burbank is my Instagram handle. Please join your local defense networks. Have friends everywhere. You've already got friends everywhere, you guys. Join your local tenants union, join your local Democrat club, join the DSA. We're doing good things. There's so much energy right now, and we're gonna turn this moment around. We're looking forward to a massive cultural shift it's already happened. Like people have realized what inaction leads to. Inaction leads to fascism, and we are actively fighting it, and it's a beautiful thing. So yeah, that's my big proselytizing. And if you're in the city of Burbank, please ping me directly, instant message me, or however it is. And then if you want to hear our very excellent music, look up Countless Thousands on all the good stuff. Again, Laser Wolf is one of our more popular songs, but we've got a punk rock version of Solidarity Forever.
Hell yeah.
Which is, I think, my favorite bit of feedback was there's some organizer that won the contract negotiation and then went on our YouTube thing to be like, hey, I just won our contract negotiation. I played your version of Solidarity Forever as loud as I possibly could. I just jammed out in the office, slamming my, doing the shirt twirl thing. I was like, yes, union forever.
That's
also
a beautiful story.
Yes. Join any union. Do it.
Yeah. Listen to Mike, everybody, and listen to us next
Collective
week.
No power.
I'm cutting this all
no.
out.
So I will admit I blew it with episode 6.
You sure did.
There is 2 aliens in this episode that we missed.
Uh-huh.
Are we naming them now? We're naming them, aren't we?
There is a guy in the ISB offices with 4 arms.
Wait, what?
Oh, like the doctor?
Kind of like the doctor, but he's got like glowing eyes.
In episode 6?
No, episode 7. There's a blue guy with like glowing glasses who has 4
Oh,
arms.
yeah, I did see that guy. Yeah, I forgot about him too.
This website, alienanthology.wordpress, says most likely a Pantoran,
Cool.
which is the same role as a very famous Star Wars character. Do you know who a famous Pantoran is?
Who?
I think who was a very famous blue senator.
Oh, Mr. George Lucas himself?
Exactly.
What's his character's name?
I was leading you up because I don't remember. I thought you would.
I don't remember his name.
It's Papanoida.
Papanoida.
Oh, okay.
That's a very good glub shitto.
I hear it. Father nerd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess you. Right there.
Okay, you know what? I do this quickly. His name, that was a weird accent. The name of this guy in the office is Palpatine. And everyone keeps coming to him and go, why did you change your name Palpatine? And he goes, why should I change his name? He's the one who sucks. Because it's an office-based joke, and there we go. We're done.
All right.
We
doesn't seem like a good joke to be making in the ISB
No, his name
headquarters.
is Palpatine.
I know.
No, he's the one who sucks.
You can't say the boss sucks. You can't say the president sucks when you work at the FBI.
I mean, in fact, I counter that when I think many people at the FBI say the president sucks.
That's fair. If you work at the FBI and you think, if you're one of the FBI handlers who's listening to this podcast,
contact us on Signal, our new Signal account.
Yes.
Look, we're all on lists.
Yeah,
every single one of us, because we care in public.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yes, we were about to wrap up, and I killed the momentum and this bit,
okay.
but now I'll leave.
Thank you so much, Mike,
Happily.
for joining us on the show. Everybody listening, be sure to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts to help us with the algorithm. You can follow Andorks on whatever your social media vice of choice is at AndorksPod. Send in your questions about the show to andorkspod@gmail.com. And we'll see you next week for the thrilling return of Cassian Andor on the show Andor.
I didn't miss him.
I did not miss him. I didn't miss him. Of Season 1, Episode 7. Goodbye, dorks.
Bye, dorks.
Later, dorks.